Hello students, next we will see the illustration number 17. Illustration number 17, see the illustration. From the following information, compute the business income of Mr. Myalarappa for the previous year 2019-20. So they have given the income statement. So on the debit side, they have given the expenses, credit side income. So see the expenses. Bad debt rupees 14,000, provision for bad debt 3,000, audit fees 7,000, employees welfare expenses 84,000, entertainment expenses to the customers rupees 6,800, social welfare expenses 6,000, excise duty 40,000, income tax 28,000, establishment expenses 1 lakh, depreciation 76,000, interest paid to bank rupees 26,000, car expenses 1,44,000, credit side, interest from debtors rupees 6,000, discount from creditors rupees 5,000, interest on loan to Arjun rupees 10,000, bad debt recovered rupees 16,000, by enhanced compensation rupees 50,000. So the net profit is equal to rupees 1,60,000. See the additional information under that. Bad debt recovered were earlier disallowed. Rupees 1 lakh was given as a loan to Arjun during the year. Rupees 10,000 interest was received. Bad debt include rupees 8,000 to his brother. Enhanced compensation is relating to acquisition of land. Excise duty was paid after the due date of filing income tax return. Establishment includes rupees 20,000 paid to personal servant of Mr. Myalarappa. Car is used 1/3 of business and 2/3 for Mr. Myalarappa. Depreciation admissible as per Income Tax Act is rupees 83,000. So with this information we have to compute only the business income. We have to compute the business income. So now see the illustration. So debit side, bad debt is allowed expenses. Provision for bad debt, provisions are disallowed. Audit fees is relating to business for the auditing, so it is allowed. Employees welfare expenses given spent on the employees is allowed. Entertainment expenses given to customers is allowed, because in order to encourage their businesses or product of their businesses, entertainment expenses incurred is allowed. Social welfare expenses is disallowed. So any expenses towards society is disallowed, so it's not relating to business, so we have to cancel. It is a personal. Excise duty is allowed. Income tax is not relating to business, so we have to cancel. Establishment expenses is allowed. Depreciation is allowed. Interest paid to bank, we can assume it is loan is taken for a business purpose. If there is a information relating to personal purpose, then we have to decide based on that. So we'll take it as a allowed business expenses. Car expenses also allowed. Then on the credit side, interest from debtors, so the business has received interest amount from a debtors. So interest received from a debtors is taken as a business income. So the from a debtors of a business, the business has received interest income, so it is taken as allowed business income. And discount from a creditors also allowed business income. So discount received from a creditors or a supplier of a materials. Discount from a creditors or from a supplier, so the business has received a discount for the purchases, so it is taken as a income. Then interest on loan to Arjun, so the company has given a loan to Arjun, and from them the interest is received, taken as a business income. Bad debt recovered, will take it as a business income. If it is disallowed earlier, then we have to cancel from business income. Then enhanced compensation is not relating to business income, so we have to cancel from our business income. So see the other information. Bad debt recovered were earlier disallowed, so here they have given bad debt recovered, so it is earlier disallowed, so we have to deduct this bad debt value. Bad debt recovered disallowed earlier, we have to deduct. Then business has given a 1 lakh amount was given as a loan to Arjun during the year, and 10,000 interest was received. So this is a 10,000 received from Arjun. Business has given a loan to Arjun, and they have received a interest from a loan amount, so it is taken as a business income. Then bad debt include 8,000 to his brother. So here in this bad debt, there is a debt amount of for the sale made to brother. So that debt is not returned, that amount is not returned, repaid by that person, so it becomes bad. So this bad debt which includes the relative is not taken as a business related expenses, so this 8,000 we have to cancel from our bad debt. In this it is included, we have to cancel. Then enhanced compensation is relating to acquisition of land, so it is not relating to our business, it is relating to acquisition of land, means it is relating to other head, so we have to cancel from our business income. Next, excise duty was paid after due date of filing income tax return. So here excise duty is paid. So it is after due date. It is paid after due date. So when the excise duty is paid after due date, it is not. It should not be included in the business income. So we have to cancel this. We have to add this excise duty which is paid after due date. Okay, so this one we have to add under disallowed expenses. Then establishment includes 20,000 paid to a personal servant. So here in this expenses 1,20,000 is paid to a personal servant, so of a Mr. Myalarappa. So it is relating to personal expenses. So this 20,000 we have to add to the net profit while calculating the business income. Then car is used, 1/3 is for business and 2/3 for Mr. Myalarappa. Means the part of the 2/3 portion we have to disallow. So here relating to car, they have given car expenses. So 1,44,000 into 2/3 is disallowed, only 1/3 is allowed. Then depreciation admissible as per income tax is 83,000. Here the depreciation recorded is 76,000. So 83,000 depreciation should be recorded. So they have recorded less. So just cancel this depreciation under disallowed expenses and record allowable depreciation not allowed so far. We have to record 83,000. So this is about this illustration. Now we'll work out. So with this information we have to compute the business income. So now write the heading solution number 17, computation of business income for the assessment year 2020-21. Under that 3 column, particulars and 2 amount column. So we'll start with the net profit. Net profit as per profit and loss account. So the net profit here given is rupees 1,60,000. 1,60,000. So this net profit we have to add the disallowed expenses. So we'll write one by one. See the debit side. Bad debt. So relating to bad debt there is adjustment. Bad debt include 8,000 to his brother. So here bad debt means here business has made a sales to his one of our brother. So that brother has not paid the amount for that sale. So that is become bad debt. So there is a bad debt which is relating to a brother of rupees 8,000. So that is not relating to business. It is taken as a personal. So bad debt to a relative, given to relative, is disallowed. Bad debt to his relative, brother. Bad debt to his brother is taken as a disallowed expenses, 8,000. Next, second one is provision for bad debt is disallowed. So provision for bad debt is disallowed. So the amount of provision for bad debt is rupees 3,000. Next is audit fees is relating to business. For the auditing work, fees paid to the auditors is relating to business. Then employees welfare expenses. So the business has paid a welfare expenses, incurred a welfare expenses to employees. So it is taken as a allowed business expenses. Entertainment expenses given to customers in order to encourage the business products is taken as allowed business expenses. Social welfare expenses. So the welfare expenses spent on the society or a social is taken as a disallowed expenses. Social welfare expenses as a part of CSR, corporate social responsibility. If a business spends any social welfare expenses on the society, then it is taken as a disallowed. It is not relating to business, it is a personal. Then relating to excise duty, there is a one adjustment. Excise duty was paid after due date of filing income tax return. So the excise duty is paid after due date. So the taxes paid after due date is disallowed. So excise duty which is recorded on the debit side of profit and loss account is paid after the due date. So we should not include the payment which is paid after due date. So that is a rupees 40,000 is a disallowed. So excise duty paid after due date. So that is included in the profit and loss account. So the excise duty given is nothing but the which is paid after due date. So we have to cancel that. Then income tax is a disallowed expenses. So write income tax. So the amount is rupees 28,000. Next, establishment expenses is relating to business. So there is a establishment expenses includes 20,000 paid to a personal servant. So that is a personal expenses. So that should be excluded. So write establishment expenses includes the payment to personal servant. So establishment expenses which includes the payment to personal servant is relating to the personal expenses. So the amount is 20,000. So this 20,000 is a disallowed. So write 20,000 disallowed expenses. Next, depreciation here as per the income tax rule they have given depreciation. So we'll cancel this depreciation and we'll record the new depreciation. If it is excess depreciation, then we can record excess depreciation, but it is not excess depreciation. They have recorded lesser, but they have to record more. So we'll cancel once 76,000 the depreciation what they recorded, and we'll record later the actual depreciation. Okay, that is a depreciation allowable as per IT rule. We will record later under allowable expenses. If you want, you can record only the extent of depreciation which is not recorded under allowable expenses, not allowed so far. So that is nothing but 7,000 you can record under allowable expenses, not allowable so far. So both the method is correct. Next is interest paid to bank. So we'll assume this loan is they have paid an interest to bank, that is might be for the bank loan. So we'll assume that bank loan is taken for a business purpose and the interest paid for that loan to the bank is taken as allowed business expenses. Then relating to car expenses, they have given car is used 1/3 for business and 2/3 for Mr. Myalarappa. So 2/3 is relating to personal and 1/3 is relating to business. So we have to take only the 1/3 is for the business. So remaining 2/3 is disallowed. So car expenses relating to personal, right? Car expenses, personal use. So how much personal use? 2/3. So total car expenses is 1,44,000. So 1,44,000 into 2/3. So that is equal to 96,000. Then debit side item over. This we have to consider later. This is about credit side. This is considered credit side item. This is considered. This we have to consider later. So now you have to total this disallowed expenses. So the total is here, write it 28,000, not 2,800. So the total is equal to 2,77,000. 2,77,000. Next, after adding this, we will get the value 4,37,000. 4,37,000. Next, we have to take the income to be treated separately. Income to be treated separately. So under that we'll write one by one. So now we'll write income to be treated separately. Under that we have to see the credit side item. So here interest on debtors and discount from creditors is taken as allowed business income. So here debtors, from debtors the company business has received interest income, and from creditors they received a discount, so that is taken as a business income. Then interest on loan to Arjun. So here the business has given a loan to Arjun, and business has given a loan 1 lakh value of loan to Arjun, so during the year, and the 10,000 interest is received from Arjun. So that is taken as a business income. Assuming that loan is given from this value of 1 lakh is from a business money, and this 1 lakh is of a business income. So this income of 1 lakh is given to Arjun as a loan, and that from that amount they have received interest income is taken as a business income. So interest on loan to Arjun, the interest income what a business is received from a loan given to Arjun is taken as a business income. Then so it is allowed. Then bad debt recovered relating to that it is disallowed earlier, so we'll deduct later. Then the last one is enhanced compensation. It is not relating to business. So the enhanced compensation means it is giving a reward. So this enhanced compensation is relating to acquisition of land. For acquisition of land, they have received a reward like enhanced commission, compensation of rupees 50,000. So this is taken as a income and other source. It is not taken as a income from a business, so it should be cancelled from a business. So enhanced compensation, it is not a business income, so we have to cancel. So that is value is 50,000. So if you deduct this 50,000 from above value, we will get 3,87,000. 3,87,000. Next, the last one is bad debt recovered. There is, so in this illustration there is a next one is a allowable depreciation not allowed so far. So allowable expenses not allowed so far. So relating to allowable expenses, we have the depreciation amount. So we have cancelled the depreciation what they recorded in the profit and loss account by adding back to the profit and loss account. So we have cancelled. Now we have to record newly the depreciation which is admissible as per the IT rule. Depreciation allowable as per IT Act. As per IT Act, what is the amount of depreciation? 83,000. So now we have deleted the depreciation what they have recorded 76,000. Now we have recorded the depreciation as per IT rule 83,000. So that is equal to rupees 3,04,000. 3,04,000. So that is rupees 3,04,000. Next the last one. So here all other information are done. So the last one we have to take bad debt recovered disallowed earlier. So write bad debt recovered disallowed earlier. So the given value of bad debt recovered is actually it is taken as income, but when it is taken as when it is earlier it is disallowed, then it should not be taken as income. So we have to cancel from our credit side of profit and loss account. Bad debt recovered disallowed earlier amount is 16,000. So 3,04,000 minus 16,000. So if you deduct this bad debt recovered disallowed earlier rupees 16,000 from my above value, we will get the taxable business income rupees 2,88,000. So this is the taxable business income. Now if you want to write a note, write note. Note relating to social welfare expenses. So the welfare expenses spent on a society is taken as a disallowed expenses. It is relating to personal, so it is disallowed. Then it is a second notice. It is assumed that the loan is given from a business money. The loan amount given to Arjun is from a business money. So the interest what they receive from that money is taken as a business income. Then so only that much. So this is about this illustration.